I actually feel a little bit better for the first time. I am a little bit lightheaded again. I don't know why when I start talking that I get lightheaded, but last night was the first night that I slept a reasonable amount of hours. I still slept for 10 hours, but it was more reasonable. But anyway, I do feel a little bit more like myself for the first time in several days. So hopefully we can just stay feeling like ourselves and we won't be fucking disappearing after a couple of hours. I'm not going to make any promises, but we're going to reg some poker tournaments. Hopefully get a proper session in. It's been a while since we had a proper session and obviously it hasn't been great. All right, we have ace queen suited in the big 109, which did eventually get running. We are joined by fellow Irish reg Sven calls on the table. I'm actually going to call. I think calling's fine. We're going to call. Probably going to end up losing all my chips here. I'm not folding, but I'm not happy. All right, we are raising over here and getting called by Sven, who is in the chat. We're going to start with call here. Very interesting turn card. Very, very, very interesting. Not 100% sure what to do. It's pretty easy how we would bluff this turn. It would just be stuff like big combo draws. I'm not 100% sure if I want to raise against it though, but I think with this particular hand it makes sense. Obviously we have the chance that we run into pocket fives, so otherwise we pretty much have the nuts blocking the sets. Not 100% sure. If we had like a set, or if we had, you know, queen 8 suited or queen 7 suited and block the top pairs, I don't think it would make sense to go all in, but like unblocking the top pairs, I think it's reasonable, but I'm not 100% sure. We are raising with jack 9 suited though on the same table. Sven dying to play a few pots with me, just coming after me every hand. No respect. We're gonna call. Svenny boy, any chance of a check? Thank you. Easy game. Easy cash monies. We're gonna call up here against Sven. Just gonna start with a call. We are going to go. I think we got a bluff. Not sure how well it's going to go for me, but we'll give it a bash. Did it work? I am a genius. I am a genius. We're going to start with a call. And on queen tray, we're not ready to fold. And obviously not going to be folding the turn either. They are repping pocket kings. And they very well might have it, but with the jack, I'm going to call. I just call here with sometimes the ace 10, ace jack, and fold if I don't have it. Sometimes they bluff. Sometimes they bluff. We flat call a re-raise here. Please don't check raise. I'm going to be so upset if you check raise. Just click call so I can bet the turn. We have to go all in on that turn. We have a 7. We have a tray. We have maybe a 6 or an 8. And we have spades. I'm all in. Don't you dare call with ace high. Don't you dare call with ace high. They might call with ace high. They very well might call with ace high. How could I ever be bluffing? I called a 3-bet, I bet the flop, and I shoved the turn. Come on. No way. No way. What I would say is that our pair outs will be live if they call, so it's not going to be the end of the world anyway. Ace fucking 10. Ace 10, the disrespect! We have top pair. We are going to just check the turn. I think we're just going to try a showdown. And in the big 109, I'm going to limp show. I think it's going to work out reasonably well for us. Could be wrong though. Works out well this time. Obviously doesn't mean it's going to work out well every time, but I think like those small pairs, like they do okay in those situations, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously very well could be. This is probably the least I've studied poker or played poker. And I'm going to go all in. Hello, buddy. What's the crack? You've been having nice snoozes today. You have nice snoozes. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Have you had nice snoozes? Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming over and gracing me with your presence. This is the big flip. That's a good turn. Could have just called here. Probably actually should have just called here. We're gonna fold. We're gonna fold. This is a tiny 3-bet. We're gonna see a flop. It's a pretty interesting one. We have a pair. We have a straight draw. We have a backdoor flush draw. Oi, oi, oi! This is a big pot now, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'd bloody love if a 3, a 4, or a 5 came on this turn. What a turn card, boys and girls! What a bloody turn card! All in you go, son. Cowboy Timmy, give me those chips. What a turn card! Man, we've hit some good turn cards when we've asked nicely today. Woo, woo, woo. Don't you dare have a flush draw. Oh my god! Woo. 8-3 of hearts, by the way. What? What? How is that the hand that they have? They never should have had a flush draw. And there it was for everybody to see. We have 72,000 chips in the big 109. Listen, I don't mean to be that guy, but I need to check on a trophy tracker what our best finish in this tournament is. Second! That'll be tough to beat. We are going to raise in the big 109, having played that pot where we just hit the absolute miracle turn card. Pretty sad for them. Like, their bluff is absolutely atrocious, but it would have worked if I had not ran even better. We're not calling it all in here against Greenstone. That's a little bit too much. No, thank you. All right, we have 2 10s. We are 1 out of 15. I will be calling it all in. Easy call. 10s versus deuces. That is a great situation to get in, but a terrible, terrible flop. Not a fan of that, not gonna lie. Don't like it at all. We are still 1 out of 15 in this tournament, having lost that pot. Alright, 10 to the raise, but decide not to at the last second. And here we are gonna call. Oh my god, this is absolutely unreasonable, these turn cards against this player. If I was Cowboy Timmy, I would be fuming. And you know what? Like, fair enough. We just pinged it yet again. With the flush draw, by the way, yet again. I'm just going to check, because I think Cowboy Timmy's like way out of line. And I'm going to give them a chance to bluff. Obviously, if they have an overpair and now they end up checking, it's a little bit unfortunate, but that's fine. Yeah, Timmy, you're a little bit out of line. Just a little bit, mate. Unfortunately, do not. We are 1 out of 13 over here. We are going to shove over here. They might call, but like, we're on the bubble, so I feel like we get to put the pressure on, even though they're one of the shorter stacks. Alright, it hasn't been the greatest of barrel, but at least we have lots of chips over here, and if we end up winning this, I think it would be a profitable day. Not 100% sure about that, though. And over here, we pip them by 1, and we hold. We are 1 out of 10 on the final table bubble of the big 109. Easy cash. And here we are going to raise it up versus Smith. I'm just going to make it 3.5 big blinds. Would I make it this size if I didn't have aces? Ah, that's for me to know and you to probably know as well. Smith, if you want to play for all the chips right here, right now, we would not be mad at that. We're going to bet. And boys and girls, for the first time today, we are on the final table of a tournament in the big 109. Easy cash monies. I guess we are going to raise here. I guess also we are going to play the Irish national anthem. We cannot be too big for it now on this final table. No way. No way. Are you ready? Let's see her singing, she's a maniac. Dancing like she never did before. Put your hands in the air, side to side like you just don't care. Everybody in the house. Oi, oi, oi. First time hearing the anthem live? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright. Easy cash, easy win. We're going to fold this. Alright. We are 1 out of 9 here. I could sort out the payouts, but I'm not going to. Man, I wonder whether most people I've ever had actually having like a mini little rave when we've had a big final table, when we're getting proper loosey-goosey in the evenings. I think we're just going to keep checking it down. Question is whether I should bluff the river. I don't really think so. I think we're going to lose a reasonable amount though. If we see a shove, we are going to call. And I think I'm going to 3-bet call there. I'm going to check it out. I think it's good though. And we'll stay on the final table with the 10 and the 10 in the big 109. Looking to win it for the first time this year. Have that command reset so T Forbes can't be whacking it in my face. Interesting. Imagine when the big 109 to Benny 530 and Saddle him in some night. That wouldn't be too bad. I am going to call here. Where are you from, bro? Austria. Interesting. Definitely going to call one. They can have some like maybe King 10 or King 9 suited as a raise fold pre. Obviously there's still a considerable chance that they're just sitting there with the Rockets. Is a little bit of donation on the turn? I don't think so. I think we can shove here, but Smithcat doesn't really strike me as the kind of player that we need to be worrying about. We're gonna raise. If they shove, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Probably not fold though, would be my guess. We are absolutely flying in this tournament. We are 1 out of 7. Closest stack to me right now is about 40% of our stack, which is a good spot to be in on a final table. I'm going to 3-bet. I mean, I could be convinced that just calling here is best, but we're going to have a little re-raise. We're going to put a few more chips in the middle. Going to look this up though in case it's an absolute disaster. Very well could be. Well played, Fint. Well done. Top class stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to 3-bet call jacks here. We are going to call if they shove this time though. They know. How do they know? How do they know when I've got a good hand? All right, we see the all-in on the final table after the open from Lequendon. And we're just going to be folding. 7 players left. Only one place we were interested in for multiple reasons. But main one is that we just want to get this trophy tracker filled up. I was so full of hope with the way we started the year that we were actually going to make some serious progress in this year. But we are now 1/4 of the way through the year and obviously have a break coming with the arrival of the kid in the not so distant future as well. So not great in terms of progress on that sheet at all. All right, we pick up Ace King suited on the final table of the big 109. Obviously, we are going to be calling all it. Avoid the Jack, the 10, or the 9, and we will lose another player. Easy cash. You coming on the camera or what's going on? You're kind of just fucking lingering.
Hi. Hello, friends.
What's going on?
How are we all? What's crack?
There's not much crack, but we've managed to stream for 5 hours and we have a few stacks. I know. It means that when we come back from holidays, I know I'll be able to stream. Yeah. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. In the last couple of days, I thought that maybe I wasn't gonna be able to stream poker again for months. I was very, very, very paranoid. I know I was sick, but I was just like, when
you're actually worrying me how much you were sleeping.
I know. Like I was saying it to you earlier on, but like I would get into the bed after sleeping for 12 hours and I'd be like dying to go to bed at like 6 p.m. and then I get into the bed and yeah, and Hannah literally wouldn't let me go for a nap. Like she just won't.
You went for a nap one day.
I know, it fucked everything up for everybody.
It was not good. You thought that the Queen was coming to pick you up.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually told them about that yet. I don't think so. But anyway, and then yeah, I was sleeping. Like I was getting into bed and I was not able to keep my eyes open for like the first 2 minutes of a TV show. That never happens to me. Yeah. But last night I kind of thought I was starting to get better because I managed to stay awake for 3 episodes of The Office, and I was like, I think I'm getting there. But yeah, I don't know if I told people that, but like I had a wild fever dream that lasted the entirety of a full night. And usually when I have like sleepwalking, nightmare dreams, whatever you want to call them, what happens is like as soon as I get woken up, the dream is gone. But the other night, I was fully convinced that I was going to see the Queen and she was sending someone to pick me up. But I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and when I first had this dream or whatever, and I was like, obviously she's not picking me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I proceeded to set alarms for every 10 minutes from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. because she was going to be picking me up at 7 and I wanted to really make sure I didn't miss it, right? So you think like you go back to sleep, you'd wake up, but I woke up then like, 2 hours later and I left my phone on the other side of the room so that the alarms, like I would wake up and when the alarm went off or whatever, and I got up the first one, turned it off, got up the second one, turned it off, and at this point H was getting pretty mad because the alarm was going off on the other side of the room. But then like in the same, somehow like I'd obviously gone to sleep for hours, woke up, but the same like kind of like scenario was playing in my head that I was going to meet the Queen, but I couldn't find any fresh boxers, so I was running around the room. I was running around the room trying to find fresh boxers and I just couldn't find them. And then I started getting all like fucking, I don't know, ratty with H because I couldn't find the boxers. This went on until like 9 a.m. And then to top it all off, I text my dad something like, I'm meeting someone important today. This is at like 8 a.m. So I'm not going to be able to see you. And also I have not recovered from being sick. And my dad just wrote back like, are you all right? And Hannah just watched me send this text. But anyway, it was the wild, like usually when I'm sleepwalking and having a nightmare, it lasts for like maybe half an hour and it's fucking mayhem. But this went on for like 5 hours, which was a lot. But anyway, EJ Horton says, thank you for sharing your journey with us. No problem, mate. There's a journey of my sleepwalking. I hope you enjoyed that. And also B Lynch says, take down the final table. I'm trying my very best. 5 months and 3 months. I appreciate you. We're going to re-raise here in the final table against Freshly Burnt. Where are the H-Dog streams at? I hate to break it to you, but I think the H-Dog streams are retired. I was actually saying it to her that she's a little fucker, that she gets very, very good at things and then just doesn't commit to them. Like she got up to having like 100 viewer average on her stream, which is pretty fucking cool considering like she wasn't doing it for very long and then she just packed it in. Gone forever. I don't think we want to bet here. Yeah, I think it's unlikely that we see a return to the streaming streets of H-Dog. Very small period of time during the lockdown. This is very annoying. I'm going to make them bet the river now. Not 100% sure about the float. By me. Alright, we are going to be folding. A little bit of a setback, and we are no longer in the chip leader. That's a pretty good spot for Finty. Tell you one thing, I am not mad at this. We are going to call. Obviously, in a dream world, freshly burnt, we'll just go all in, but it's not very likely to happen. Aces versus sixes. Can we avoid the six to become the chip leader yet again? I think we're the chip leader. Maybe we're not. Maths is tough. Just about the chip leader. Easy cash. 4 players left. I guess we'll check. Joe says best of luck. Thank you. Appreciate it, mate. There are sheets for sleepwalkers where you can't get up. I don't want that. I'm going to be honest. I really don't want that. So I'm just like trapped. That seems like it would be the worst thing of all time. I'm not going to double barrel here. Alright. Alright. Not 100% sure if you want to be floating King 5 here, but look. They had the best hand. They had King High. I only bet 1 big blind, so sure. We're going to check with this one. Obviously, not going to be folding just yet. We have a good shot to the nuts. This hand is pretty garbage, but I probably will go ahead and get involved anyway. This is a long old tank. Whoa. Fintan question, how do you manage your time between your girlfriend playing and studying? Just because I am struggling with that. I've never been in this situation. I'm going to be honest. It's not the answer that you're going to want to hear. But I do think if that you are trying to go through the ranks and become a top poker player and you're only starting, that you need to be single. The reason why I think you need to be single is because I guess I got to bluff. Please don't check call ace 10 or ace jack. That would be very, very sad. I'll get back to your question in a moment. First off, we're just going to hope that we get a fold here. What you repping, bruv? What are you repping, bruv? It'd be quite the bluff, wouldn't it? If they have pocket nines, then so be it. I just think they're bluffing me with something like 9-10 or queen 9, or not queen 9. Man, that's a long L time back. This might actually have to get killed on the stream. Oh my god. I look pretty stupid now, don't I? Ah, okay. Imagine thinking they were bluffing when they check raise the river. Ah, Finty. I'm gonna put it down to being sick, alright? No one judge me. Oh god. Oh, fuck. Please don't judge me. I deserve all the abuse you're gonna fire. I'm glad that my patience is back because I'm about to get abused incredibly. Oi. Whoops. Oh, that might be my biggest punt of all time. Very well might be my biggest punt of all time. Whoops. I'm gonna put it down to being sick. So what was I saying? To be at the early starts of a poker career, a lot of the time, if you've only met someone, it's very hard for them to get on board with you doing something. Right, well, that was some punt. It's very hard for them to get on board with you doing something that you're telling them that you're gonna make a career out of when you could potentially lose in money. And to be fair, it's reasonable. Like if you're not very, very young, if you're not like 18, 19, if you're like in your mid-20s and like you're telling someone that you're gonna make poker a career, but you've no proof that you can do it, it's reasonable for them to not enjoy the fact that you're dedicating so much time to it. So like, I just think it's something that like you need to be very selfish with. You need to be very selfish with your time, and it's very, very tough if you're in a relationship. Sorry, I'm just looking at this punt. It was fucking quite the punt, wasn't it? Quite the fucking punt.